Right, this one is from the Scale Model Shop. They're not really dealing with the railway side of railway modelling, more sort of scenics, paints, because obviously it's war gaming and dioramas and kits for tanks and things, and planes, that sort of thing. But they did have, if I can get in it, scissors don't like plastic. There were a couple of companies I found, if you remember those paint racks I bought from Hatton, and I was debating over whether I could find the manufactured version to match them and go on the wall or make something up. Well, you guessed it, I found someone. Well, I found two companies actually, but the other company didn't have any paints. They were slightly cheaper for the paint racks, but their paint range wasn't. They didn't have Vallejo or Tamiya paints, so I didn't bother ordering from them because it would have meant doing two jobs at once. I didn't want much. There's only these two, which as you can see they seal in a little plastic bag, so anything happens it stays in the bag, and they don't charge you a premium for the privilege of posting paints, unlike a certain railway shop did. And the same can be said with Peter Spares. They also don't levy a BS charge because there's liquids in transit. So I bought a couple of quick disconnects for the airbrush, the 1/8 inch BSP connectors for the other airbrush I've got. A couple of the sawtooth brushes which I've been after, again for the sort of weathering and effects. They are literally as the description goes. They're both MIG, I think they're MIG, AK Interactives. So there was the paints which were, I can't remember, I could save this bag. I've got a heat sealer. Right, even I'm not that tight. What have we got? What have we got? This is a dirt colour. Could just go outside. It's very dirty at the minute. Very bloody wet. And this was a rail paint, I think. Sleeper brown. Oh, and it's got the little BB in it. So the other bit was two of the racks, which are sellotape together. One there. So, and that is it. So, yeah, more cardboard. And I'm going to have a play with this. Let's have a look. Well, slight interruption there from the Polizzi on the phone. Nothing untoward. They're just coming to see me, 11 o'clock Monday. The little RC car didn't survive very well, despite being inside this sort of little gift case. The little piece is broken off the inside, so I can't even push the wheel back on. So I've just photographed said damage and opened a dispute, and literally had the confirmation of the email the minute I pressed the button, and then another confirmation email came through immediately afterwards, and they've already refunded me my £4.91. Yes, under a £5 for a full radio control car. That's why I bought it, because if the parts are that cheap, I can rob the bits out of this to try and motorise something else. So I thought for under a £5 it's worth a punt. And even with this wheel brook, it doesn't mean to say that I can't obviously utilise Oxford wheels on it or something else. Well, why have I got a panel and made some brackets? Stick around and you'll find out. So we can turn this into this. My hobby zone paint racks. I succumbed and purchased the other two, made them up, and got all the boxes out with the paints that were stuffed in them, and just made a little temporary panel up to hang over my display case, because obviously I can't get to the glasses anyway. They're only display glasses. I don't generally drink out of them, so I don't need access. Not that I have any access, because we've got the workbench here. So we've got the little 15mm tinlets. Some of them are there. There's a bunch down in a box, toolbox. Tamiya glass jars are in those ones, plus some bulk precision paints I bought on the cheap. So we've got the tinlets there and my selection of brushes and bits. Plus I've got a bunch more that are in a crate. So we've got all the Vallejo and MIG and any other oddballs mixed in, and some life colours I got from Peter Spears, cheap-ish, and the other ones I picked up at Trains for You, and a few others I've already collected on the way. So now I have to put the light back, which will get in the way slightly, but life's a compromise, isn't it? So yeah, paint rack, check. That does mean one less box I have to keep moving every time I want to put something in here. So yeah, we've got some more consolidation to do so that we can make clear some space. And that's not got MGR hoppers in it anymore, because that box ain't big enough. Well, I think this is a little, take a conventional 1/4 inch airline fitting to airbrush fitting. Hopefully I'll soon find out when I dig the other bits out from the other video clip. For this, there's not a lot of that. Bit of a lean week again. Other than buying a few bits from retailers. So have the list of bits for many a time period, shall we say. Ticking them off as well. So we have, don't know what them bits are in the end. They're different decks or something, don't know. We have a stack car, American HO again, 4 containers, and the second one, BNSF. Well, they're both BNSF. I thought one was Canadian. So they look pretty tidy, very tidy, and they were 30 quid new, and I bought them for a lot less. Where are we? Yeah, £27 for the pair. These poppy packaging. Some kind of wheel stabiliser thing, I'm guessing, for transit. I've got a broken step in the back, or it's fell off. At least it's all there. No biggie. Solid metal construction. Dogs are going mental downstairs. Yeah, she's all there. Well, this isn't the package I was expecting. I had a notification of a shipment due today, and this one's turned up instead. But hey ho. These nicely little sealed baggies. can't get into with a scissors. More electricery. So these are, you may have seen them on other people's channels. They are a little buck type converter, but for doing your voltage. Now we'll just have a look. Now what you can do with these ones is you press the button there, and it will give you the input voltage and the output voltage, because obviously you can get the smaller compact one, but you've got to use a test meter on them to measure what the voltage is as you adjust it. And then obviously you don't know should any little fingers or anything else variance, and then there's a puff of smoke someday, although it could be the whole module gone down, but this one just gives you a visual indication. And they were ridiculously cheap. In fact, these were the same money as the little non-display ones. Quite how they can do it, I don't know. So the specs on them are 0 to 45 volts display range, input voltage 4 volts to 40 volts, and an output continuously adjustable of 1.3 to 37 volts. More importantly, the current rating supposedly is 2 amps. Now I don't think any individual one will be pulling that amount of current on anything I'm going to use them for, because basically I'm just going to have like a 13.8 volt DC bus. 13.8 volts is because power transformers put that out rather than 12, or the ones that I use will be, because they're old radio communication ones. So there will be a bus going round, and then I can say, like, if you've got a set of an Arduino at 5 volts powering LEDs, you can use this to step down to feed the voltage to the Arduino. Or if you've got a set of lights that are obviously resisted down, you can put the output through, or the input, via a switch. So if you're going to control them from a switch, and control them that way, rather than have to keep having loads of plug-in transformers of different voltages, or buying these in anyway and then sort of moving the voltage down. But there's 10 here, and they work out to, with the shipping and tax, £11.41. So £1.11 for each one, and I think a site in the UK charges £6 or £7 for them. So that's why I'm sorry, I know you say support the local model shop, but when you want 10, that's a considerable saving. If it was one for convenience, then maybe, but when you know, a bunch of them, you just can't support the model shop on that kind of profit margin. I have to look after me wallet first.